Hello everybody, welcome back to Isolation Libations. This is episode number 34. I'm Joey Joyce, I'm your bartender, I'm your host out here in Bend, Oregon. Now, every weeknight we make cocktails to pair along with the sweet music of Mr. Brian Chartrand on his Happy Half Hour Live, which you can find on facebook.com/Brian Chartrand Music. Now tonight, he's got the night off again. But not really off. He has it off from Facebook and being online, but he's playing live for the medical staff over at Banner Health in Phoenix, Arizona. So for that noble cause, he gets a pass. He's cool. Now, despite that, you might think I could be a little bit bitter that, he left me hanging here and I'm making cocktails for no one tonight. Well, no one's music. I'm making them for you every time, but come on. But no, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. I'm very well balanced, human, something like that. But that made me thinking about bitter things, and that made me think about this cocktail that we're making today. It's called the Trinidad Sour. Now, this cocktail has definitely the most bitters of any cocktail I know. Angostura bitters. It uses 1 ounce of Angostura. That's a lot. Usually we're dealing in dashes, like, 2-3 dashes, that's it. So to have a full ounce, you might be thinking, wow, that's gonna be like the most bitter, intense cocktail ever. But it's not. It's balanced, like me, balanced, very steady. Through the magic of lemon juice, a little orgeat, like almond syrup, and rye whiskey, it comes out lovely balanced, not over the top bitter. Really interesting, unique flavors happening in this cocktail. It's really good. It's kind of a modern classic. Comes from Giuseppe Gonzalez, who worked at the Clover Club in New York City, in Brooklyn, in 2009, I believe is when this cocktail was first created. I've seen a few different recipes for this, different proportions of ingredients, different sizes in volume. When I used to make this for either staff or guests at Lucky Belly or Livestock Tavern or the Chin Chin Bar, I was using a different orgeat. I had the Giffard orgeat, which I really like a lot. I'm liking this small hand foods orgeat as well. It's just different. That Giffard orgeat is, I think, a little bit thicker, a little bit more pungent of a flavor. So the recipe that I gave in the picture prior to this post on Instagram, we're using 1 ounce of this. If I was using the Giffard, I'd only go 3/4 ounce, and then I would do 1 ounce of whiskey and 1 ounce of Angostura and 3/4 of lemon juice. So it kind of does depend on your ingredients. You are gonna have to be a little bit flexible. You gotta, make it one way, taste it. It's too tart, it's too sweet, too boozy, not boozy enough. Change them, because no 2 drinks ever gonna be the same. How cold your ice is will change the dilution rate of your cocktail. How long you shake it for, your lemon or lime juice, how tart it happens to be, how long ago you squeezed it, what rye whiskey you're using, tons of variables. So never feel like married to one exact recipe, because then you have your own personal preference on taste too. So don't feel like this is not chemistry, it's not science, it does not have to be precise, exact every time. Think of it more as like cooking, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, make it fit your taste. That's enough about that. Just be flexible, All right, let's make this drink. Let's grab our chilled coupe. Definitely, if you can, try to keep your glasses chilled. It just makes for a better cocktail drinking experience. All right, so let's start out. I am gonna put the lemon juice in first. I know usually I say put whatever the smallest amount ingredient is, but since it's the whiskey, I'm less concerned about losing lemon juice than I am whiskey. So I'll put the lemon juice in first, and it's 3/4 of an ounce. All right, and then we'll go to the orgeat next. Again, it is more volume than the whiskey, but I'm just protective of my whiskey. If I made a mistake now, I can toss this stuff. I don't want to toss my rye. My lovely old overall bottle and bond. Okay, but so if you're using the Small Hand Foods orgeat, try it with an ounce. Again, if you have a different orgeat, if you made your own, God bless you. I still haven't done that yet. Seems like a bit of a process, but I will get to it eventually. Okay, and now to the rye whiskey. I'm going to go ½ ounce. And it really should be rye. The sweetness that you get from the orgeat, I don't think you want a bourbon. I think you want the spiciness that comes from a rye. Once again, that is my preference. Doesn't have to be yours. You could try this with a different spirit. Go crazy. Mezcal, I bet would be good. Okay, Angostura bitters. Now, if you have Angostura bitters, you know it has a little dasher top, this little plastic cap on there, so you can put out little dashes. Careful with Angostura, it stains a lot. Yeah, anyway, I was gonna tell a story about Angostura bitters and I decided I'll save it for later. But you can pop this little dasher cap off. Just be careful, because again, these bad boys do stain. And what's the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yes, remember to put it back on when you're done pouring out, or just like mark it somehow, because I think any bartender that has been making a lot of these and had this dasher cap off at some point has opened the bottle without the dasher top and went to do a dash and glugged out about 2 ounces of Angostura into the tin or everywhere. So remember to put it back on. I've definitely done that before. Okay, so 1 ounce. So once you take the dasher top off, pours out real nice. Cool, cool, cool. So, practicing what I preach, I'm putting the top back on. You can see my hands, the Angostura definitely stains. Oh yeah, the quick anecdote, Justin Park, Bar Leather Apron, I believe he did some paintings with using Angostura bitters. And Justin, I think he stained your bar or something with Angostura, but, so yes, it stains. Let's grab our ice. Okay, this one you are gonna want to fine strain. So your Hawthorne strainer, then also like a tea strainer, in case there's any little bits of citrus pulp in there. Making a mess. Or ice shards, you want those out for this cocktail. Pretty warm day today, so you don't have to shake too long. I think it's gonna be melting pretty nicely. So again, your fine strainer. Now this one, I never do a garnish. I've heard it, people use like a lemon peel sometimes for garnish. I don't see any need for it, because it gets a really cool, nice froth on there anyway. And that's it. That is your Trinidad Sour. Cheers, happy Thursday. It's almost Friday. Oh, it's been a while since I had one of these. Really good with that orgeat. Cheers, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.